Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 3 of the Basket Case R1 rebuild. So today I'm going to be finishing up the bottom of the engine here, mostly the oil system and probably going into some of the clutch area. So the first thing that goes in the case here is going to be the oil pump and water pump. It's the same thing. There's an O-ring right here, so make sure you have that lubricated before you put it in. So the oil pump itself just kind of slides in to that hole right there on the O-ring. Sometimes it's easier. Okay, so then there's going to be 2 bolts and a pin. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and put the pin in, and that's going to go in this side right here. So you may have to wiggle it a little bit to get it all the way seated in there. Should go all the way down. There it goes. Once it's in, the oil pump will kind of quit moving around. Okay, then there's going to be 2 bolts, one right there and one right there. Both are going to be Loctited and then torqued down to 12 Newton meters. Then I'm going to go ahead and install the other bolt, and it's also Loctited. And guys, if you build engines a lot, this is the best thing I've ever used. It's the new brushless Milwaukee Fuel M12 90-degree impact. It has a soft start and remove function, and it just makes building engines great. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and torque those down to 12 Newton meters. So now that's installed. So the next thing I'm going to install is the oil relief valve right here. It's pretty easy to install. I'm just going to put some oil on the O-ring here, a new O-ring of course. And then just slides in right there. That easy. The next one I'm going to put is an oil transfer pipe. It's going to go from here to here. So just like that one, I'm going to go ahead and put some oil on those O-rings there. It goes that way. It just slides in right there. These are also going to be Loctited, so I'm going to go ahead and put those in now. Next, I'll put this drain back in. It's going to go just right straight down in here. There's a little hole going to be down in there. Not sure if you can see that. One moment. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see that right there, but there's a little hole down in there right there. So the bottom of this pipe is going to slip into that hole there, just like right there. And the top's going to bolt on right here at the top. Okay, then this one will also have 2 Loctited bolts installed here. Or 1, sorry. And that's also going to be torqued down to 10 foot-pounds, or Newton meters. 10 Newton meters. There we go. Okay. Then, this is going to be the oil or water pump weep hole. So if there's any leakage past the pump, it goes out of the case instead of the engine. That's going to go right there. And then last, we're going to have the oil pickup here. It also has a new O-ring there, and it's going to go just right in here. And it's going to have 3 bolts in it, which of course are going to be Loctited. So I'll start with these 2 back ones first. Okay. Then there'll also be one in the front there. These will also be torqued down to 10 Newton meters. All right. On the front of the engine, there's going to be one more oil drain pipe, so I'm going to go ahead and install that now. So I'm going to put a bit of oil on that O-rings here on this piece, and it's going to slide in just right here, just like that. Yep. Then I'll put some Loctite on these too, because why not? Then these will also be torqued down to 10 Newton meters. While I'm here, I'll also go ahead and reinstall the plug that goes right here. I'm not sure what the actual torque spec is on these. It's not much though. So definitely don't over torque them if you do have them out. These also have new O-rings. Next, I'm going to go ahead and install the coolant outlet here that goes into the front of the engine, just like the rest that have an O-ring here, a new O-ring, and I'm going to go ahead and put some oil on it to help them go in. It's just going to go right in there. And again, another Loctite. This is going to be torqued down to 10 Newton meters as well. Then I'm going to go ahead and put the chain in here, checking to make sure there's no damage on it, of course. I don't see anything, no scarring, everything looks good on this one. I'm just going to lower it down in here. I'll put it over the crank countershaft first, and then I'll put it around the sprocket here. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put the oil pan on. I'm actually missing the dowel right now, so I'm going to have to come back and put that on in later. But I'm going to go ahead and put it on just so I can turn the engine over to work on the other side. Alright, so the dowel pin would go there and there. They're just two small dowels. And bring the oil pan in. So the only thing you got to watch for is to make sure you don't pull that drain incorrectly into the hole. Also, some of these bolts get Loctite on them. But I'm not going to do that right now because I'm taking it back off, of course, like I said. And then just like the rest, these are going to be torqued down to 10 Newton meters. Oh, sorry, it's 12 Newton meters. So 12 Newton meters I'm torquing these down to. Okay, so the oil pan's on there, so now we can flip the motor over. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to install here on the lower end pretty much is the oil cooler here. First, I'll go ahead and just get that on there. It's a lot easier to do. This has a big O-ring, and I also already got some oil on it. These are torqued down to 63 Newton meters. Okay, so now I'm going to start putting some of the transmission parts in, basically. There's a couple of these little small plates that go down in here. So this one's going to go right here on that spring. Push it down. Hook that down to 10 Newton meters, of course. Then there'll be another plate on this side here as well. So then we'll go ahead and Loctite and install these permanently. They're just sitting in there. These also will be torqued down to 10 Newton meters. Okay, next I'm going to put these back in here. And this plate, make sure you've got it on there. One thing to know, make sure you put that on before the chain, or it can be kind of hard to, you'll have to take the chain back off. And these will be torqued down to 12 Newton meters. Okay.